into submissions by the members of parliament.
Common man's interest. Now, instead of taking care of that common man's interest, is that we are to revive a moribund body which does not benefit Kenyans at all. When do we do about it? At no time, when will you go to Kenya Airways and find that it is empty? It's always full. By the way, those people who are in the Kenya Airways conduct themselves as what we don't understand. Because a body like Kenya Airways, since it is a trending body, is supposed to be making only losses when there are no customers. But since it's monopoly, it's applying what you call a monopoly method. It's always full. But if you look at it in all aspects, especially when it comes to international flights, Kenya Airways is not competitive enough in the market, international market, because of its conduct. So it's killing its own self. And as for that, even if we keep pumping money in that Kenya Airways, we are not going to assist it at the end of the day. We must have a limit, or we must have a term limit, when it should be said that this is the particular, we are reviving it up tomorrow or next year, and from next year, if it will not have a foot to stand on itself, it shouldn't be disbanded or something else shouldn't be done. It shouldn't be put under liquidation. We are killing Kenyans, giving money to a body which cannot come up. It's like trying to revive somebody in a mortuary, and that person cannot come up. So, Madam Speaker, I stand to believe that what we are doing as this House is, as we stand now, we are not doing the right thing as pertains to putting the taxpayers' money in Kenya Airways. But as for now, the mover of the motion must stand up and tell us it's up to when as we support it. It's up to when. For the other day, we were trying to manage Kenya Airways with the Kenya Airports Authority. Nobody knows what is happening. We are trying to make things in a way that at the end of the day, they are going to come out as per those people who want it to be like that, are going to achieve their aim. And as for that, I stand to support the motion, only that I would like my sentiments to be noted. That's all, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Mabona, did you remove your card? Honorable Millie, you want to speak to this one? Okay, go ahead.
Madam Speaker, I'll speak very briefly to this. And Madam Speaker, I do support the motion, but I'm hoping that we can actually take note of what the honorable members are saying. That the issue of KQ has come before this House severally, and even as patriotic Kenyans who are very proud of our lines, we are worried at the way that KQ is being managed. Excuse me, Madam. Oh boy, sticking with this mask for too long is a problem. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I've made Honorable Passaris run away. But having said so, thank you. Thank you, thank you. That's better. Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I was saying that the problem with Kenya Airways, as much as we are very proud and as much as we have been doing very well in the region, but we must look at the issue of management and the people who are deliberately trying to kill Kenya Airways for their own good. Because we know that there are people who want to kill Kenya Airways so that they can buy it. The problem is, as a country, we do not want to talk about it, and as members of parliament, we don't want to talk about it. It is unfortunate that earlier in the day, that we actually passed some tax reliefs for some Japanese companies at a time when Kenyans are suffering. I don't like crying over spilled milk since I was not here, but it would actually be a fallacy then to give tax reliefs to Japanese companies and then fail to rescue our own company in Kenya that is suffering. I know this is a wrong time to have done so, but nonetheless, I do support, but we must actually look at the elephant in the room, which is the issue of management of KQ. I support.
Honorable Shole, Gladys.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise to support this bill, but with several reservations, which we expect that we should be able, as Parliament, at some time, to be able to get a response. We have been told by the movers of the motion that the tax exemption being extended to Kenya Airways is ostensibly to help Kenya Airways get back on its feet because of the challenges due to the pandemic. They have also argued that Kenya Airways plays a pivotal role in tourism in this country, and that is true and that is all good. But the issue is, Kenya Airways is owned I think maybe 45% by the government, and the rest is owned by private business individuals. So what is actually happening here is a few privileged private businessmen who have the privilege of being shareholders in a government company are actually being cushioned against the COVID pandemic. But you must remember that there are millions of other businessmen in these business persons and companies in this country.
Very heavy sentiments right there from the floor of Parliament, but those are submissions of members of Parliament on the possible